All right, so here's a fighter that a lot of people have been talking about here during fight week, really just because of the nature of his skill set. I haven't seen much in terms of a glaring weakness on film. Your thoughts?
It doesn't seem like there is one. You know, when you're watching the film and you're critiquing him, there's not much to critique. When you're trying to break down where the weaknesses are, there aren't many. The guy can wrestle, he can grapple, he's got tremendous cardio, great top control, insane durability. He's got it all. He's one of the best mixed martial artists we have seen come on the scene for a long time. But he's got to continue to prove it if he wants to stay where he is right now in the UFC.
And perhaps his greatest asset, at least thus far, has been his instinctual nature in the octagon, right? Just knowing which skill to employ at the right time. And certainly he's got essentially every skill you would want in an MMA arsenal. This dude is an absolute marauder, high-level wrestler, and when he is at his suffocating best, punishing UFC fighters on the canvas, looks like he might be able to make a real concerted world title run, at least to me.
You know, not many guys can use that skill set almost singularly. We saw Khabib Nurmagomedov early in his career essentially just wrestle and dominate people. And that is the approach that this young man is taking. He is so good at getting in your face and making you work. You gotta be preemptive. You cannot allow him to grab your leg. If you get your leg, you're going down. You gotta be moving, you gotta stay on your feet. Because this guy, if you get your leg, it's like a dog on a bone. And it's that single leg, a thing of beauty.
And he basically guaranteed a finish here tonight. Certainly believes the takedown is gonna be there, and we will not be surprised if he goes for one over.
But John, is that in the matchup, or is that in his belief in his skill set that he's gonna finish this fight? Unreal.
Our tale of the tape for this, our main event of the evening. We send it inside the octagon. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds in the UFC Bantamweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, Talbott. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the former UFC flyweight champion of the world and the former UFC bantamweight champion, Henry Triple C Cejudo!
All right, Herb Dean, third man in the octagon for this one.
Ready. Let's do it.
All right, so the UFC is back at the O2 Arena here in London, England. The adult beverages are flowing, and we're going to feed off this crowd tonight as usual here in the UK.
You know, a lot of times you sit next to the octagon, and because we wear these headphones, you can barely hear. But when we come to London, headphone or not, you are going to know that these people are loud, they're raucous, and they're ready to put on a show. They're ready to also cheer hard for the English fighter. Dig and kick.
So there it is, first takedown attempt, and he gets it. Sometimes I wonder if, like, I could get in there and stuff the first shot. I know the answer is no, but for the well-rounded fighter here, gotta be a pretty discouraging reality to get taken down so early.
At your weight class, J.A., I think you'd be okay. But
Let's go.
If you get in there with a light heavyweight, you might end up on your back very, very early. But you gotta defend before the takedowns get started. If you allow for him to get to your legs, he's too good at mixing finishes so that you're always thinking, how do I keep up with this guy? You gotta stop him before he gets going. Oh, right into mount. In the half guard.
Postures up. Oh, and he lands a brutal strike to the head.
Another strike gets through from the top position.
Well, he's staying pretty effective here, fighting off of his back. Nice strike landed there by the bottom by Cejudo. He continues to evolve as a striker. Oh, the ground and pound is there.
Oh, he passes the half guard now. And he's not posturing to land punches, so look for a submission attempt.
Good fight here, under 2 to go. Making all these shots count. All right, we'll see if he can apply pressure inside his opponent's guard here, DC. All right, so a grueling battle on the ground, and no surprise, the crowd pops in appreciation as the fighters work their way back to the
This
feet.
is an educated crowd, J.A. They appreciate high-level grappling. That's exactly what they got in that exchange.
Man, it's almost like he's got a rangefinder out there, just too easy as he connects with another good series of punches there.
If you're boxing this guy and only boxing him, you will be in trouble. Another clinch position. Look for a level change as he tries to secure a takedown.
Oh, big elbow.
Nice land there by Cejudo. It's amazing how much his boxing has developed dating to his UFC debut in 2014. Alan Byers, the guy who deserves a lot of credit.
Changes levels.
Rotates the left hand, throws it way through the air. What a massive takedown.
Damaging work here. Nice elbows. Cejudo's got it on. Oh, and there's the horn at the end of the round. So the fighter was really caught in a submission there just as the horn sounded. Safe to say he was saved by the bell there. So back to the stools they go. 60 seconds to recover here. We're going to fight on, ladies and gentlemen. Another round coming up. All right, DC, let's look at some of the highlights from the last round. Lot for the replay guys to choose from.
Yeah, man, these guys stood on a quarter in the middle of the octagon. Take one to give one. Over and over, each guy landed, and they both landed very well over the course of that first round.
You ready to fight? You ready?
All right, round 2. Strong work with the inside leg kick. Oh, he lands another strike to the body, really starting to connect on a lot of shots to the midsection, and these will take their toll as this fight goes into the latter rounds. Stuffs the takedown, no problem. Oh, man, how is he standing? Brutal knee to the body.
Solid takedown.
Now drops inside that closed guard, DC.
Full guard. Let's see how patient he is as he attacks a submission or big ground and pound.
Well, champ, I don't see that well, but it's hard to miss the redness underneath that elbow. A lot of bodily investment from his opponent tonight.
Yeah, it's an investment, John. It may not...
Oh, big shots raining down.
This is a terrible position.
Lands with the ground and pound. The ground strikes continue to pile up. Man, another one lands. He's trying to pound his opponent's head through the canvas.
And there you go, again, half guard.
Postures up now. Oh, and delivers. Huge punch to the head there. Well, as soon as he goes with that high guard, he pays for it to the body. You see the bruises really starting to accumulate now.
In the beginning of the fight, you think, I gotta protect my head at all costs. Right now, I believe that this guy has to worry about his body. Look at how red the side of his body is. He has got to change something.
Postures up and lands a brutal strike to the head.
This is where he wants to be.
This pace is just absurd, and he has big shots here. Cejudo's all sorts of bruised up on his body. That is going to hurt something fierce tomorrow.
Great shot from the top position.
Nicely done there as he forces the miss from his opponent. Cejudo's nose is bleeding now. Looks to be cut, perhaps there on the bridge.
He's doing a really good job putting himself in position.
Oh, heavy shots raining down. All right, closed guard now. You gotta be careful though. He's got a lot of submissions off his back.
He passed the half guard.
Really maximizing his shots here on the ground. Oh, and another punch on the ground gets through. May need some defense here. Oh, good shot landed there from the bottom.
And the horn sounds on round 2.
All right, there's the horn. Round is over, but not before he was cut on his nose from the strikes in that round. Back to the stool. Cut man is in. Should be able to shut that cut and prevent it from becoming an issue moving forward. But, of course, as soon as he gets struck in that next round, it could open back up. All right, well, I'm no doctor. I'm not going to diagnose a broken nose, but a huge cut on the bridge, and his opponent continues to attack it.
Continues to attack it as he should. He did the damage. He was the one that landed the shot that opened up that cut. Now he's got to make his opponent pay for it. He was a bit lax in the defense, and now he's got that massive cut on the bridge of his nose.
Third round underway. Oh, nice jab up top by the ever-improved Henry Cejudo.
Another strike to the head land. Awesome level change. Great timing.
Oh, he's got his back.
Getting him out here.
Nice positional control here. All right, seems as though his sole focus is attacking that cut, and man, it's getting bad now. A lot of blood flowing.
Yeah, as it should be. Right? He should be focused on getting to that cut, making his opponent pay. He did the work. He opened up the cut. Now it's on him to continue on the path and make the ringside position, come in here and try to stop this fight.
All right, side control now, DC. When you get side control in the fight, what are you looking at?
When I get to the side control of the fight, and I believe this young man should do the same thing.
Quick entry here.
Like that! Like that!
Under 3 minutes now to go in the round.
I need you to scramble.
Cejudo getting torched by these vicious elbows on the ground. Well, he has done some serious damage with these elbows, DC, and if you're on the other side, you got to figure out a way to stop this from happening.
You got to get those hands up. You got to block whenever you're in tight. Make sure you're not taking all these nasty elbows.
A lot of top pressure being applied here as he works out of side control. And big elbows land flush. Ooh, right into side control, DC.
This is where you want to be now because you get to make your opponent decide.
I'm not sure how many more of these his opponent can take.
Massive shot that he landed. Great job.
Bottom fighter better move.
Yeah, he's got to move, John. He's got to shrimp and try to either get up or pull his opponent back into him so he doesn't have the posture to land that big damage.
All right, right into side control. Upper body strength figures to be put to good use here.
Yes, absolutely. And you got to look for his opponent to turn back into him. He should chase guillotine, but the opponent turns to the opposite side. He can take his back, throw his hooks in, try to choke, or flatten him out and just go for the finish.
All right, working on the ground here. His opponent's feet on the hips.
This man is landing brutal ground and pound.
Well, hard to win fights in mixed martial arts from the bottom, but nice work here in that position by the ever-improved Henry Cejudo. That's 3 rounds in the can. We're headed to the championship rounds.
Take a seat.
All right, there's the end of the round, and hopefully not the end of the fight. He doesn't look as handsome as he did when he walked out. That is a severe gash on his face. Well, his nose is just mangled. The cut appears to be the big issue. Let's get you some replays from that previous round.
I mean, it's getting hammered. He's going back to the well over and over again. And why would he not? His opponent wasn't good on the defense. His opponent allowed for him to land too clean. And now he's just targeting that cut on the nose.
Fight. Ready.
All right, here's round 4. Fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. And now the fight hits the floor. Big shots landed by him now. Posture's up now. That's a vicious head strike. How'd he take it? Another ground and pound strike lands. We might get a stoppage here. right, just as we saw a few seconds ago, he finds the home for another ground and pound strike.
Beautiful punch lands there from inside the guard. Oh, you gotta be careful there, yep. Great ground and pound by this man.
Cejudo's nose is just pouring blood right now. I'm no doctor, Daniel, but I'm not sure that thing isn't broken right now.
Like that!
3 minutes to go. And straight punch lands. That's as good a punch as he's thrown all night.
The punch that lands down the middle, the one that you don't feel is the ones that land perfect, and that one landed perfect.
Well, you see him cringing now as the body damage just continues to pile up. He hasn't made the adjustments. I wouldn't even hate a stoppage here.
No, I wouldn't hate a stoppage here. This guy's been beat up. Like, he hasn't adjusted at all. This started at the very start of the fight, and it continued to the point now that it seems as though it's an eventuality that this fight will be stopped due to body damage. Tremendous game plan, and it worked perfect.
Landing strikes nicely here from top position. Well, he has got to be thrilled with this effort here tonight. There was a lot of pressure on him coming in. He has doled out a lot of damage, landed a lot of strikes, near flawless execution.
Sometimes the target there. Great shot lands. Now he's got to find that follow-up attempt. The kill shot is what they call it to going in the fight.
Cejudo's cut on his nose does not look good. Actually, it looks really bad. You got to think the ringside physician is going to get called in here in a moment. Oh, nice combination of elbows. Good series of elbows by him there. It's almost like he's ambidextrous when it comes to throwing these elbows.
There is no strike in fighting that can really damage your opponent as much as an elbow. He understands that. He's throwing them over and over again.
Well, I'm no fighter, but if I rock a guy to that extent, I feel like I'm closing the show.
Absolutely. You got to go close the show if you get a guy hurt that bad. You cannot back off and take your time. He's right for the picking. Oh! He's in a lot of trouble. Oh, nice level change. In a very close round, a takedown like that might be the difference.
All right, take a seat.
All right, so that round is in the books. Cejudo's nose does not look like it did at the beginning of this fight. Perhaps it is broken. It is certainly pouring blood, and you got to think the referee's going to call on the ringside physician to come in and take a look. All right, the truck has produced some replays from that previous round. Perhaps we can even isolate the strike that opened up that cut on the bridge of his nose.
It's nasty, and it's in a bad spot because the reality is when you can't breathe through your nose, you start to open your mouth, but the blood is dripping down into your mouth. How is he going to breathe in order to have a chance to win this fight?
Ready.
It is the fifth and final round. I'm not sure his opponent knows where he is.
No, he doesn't.
With a huge knockout tonight.
Oh, my goodness.
Let's get it to Bruce Buffer to make it official.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 12 seconds of round number 5. Declaring the winner by knockout, Payton Talbott.
Oh, well, there he is after a huge knockout win tonight. You going to the after party or what?
I mean, I'm heading over there right now, John. I'm asking the producers, how soon can I get up? Because it's going to be a party over there. Not only because of the knockout, but that extra bonus check he's going to be carrying to the club tonight.